lonesome, especially in the middle of a crowd. Do you know what I mean?
I'm terribly sorry to bother you, but I forgot the key to my front door, so I had to ring your bell. I feel so silly.
Was Marilyn Monroe ever truly happy? The world saw a fantasy, but behind the platinum hair, the diamonds and the whispered, "Happy birthday, Mr. President," was a woman slowly unraveling.
Well, anyway, I guess Lou thinks I'm ready now. He's planning to build a whole new revue around me next season on Broadway.
She was never born Marilyn Monroe. She became her, a woman who transformed and became Hollywood's ultimate S symbol. That very image cost her everything. Her name, her freedom, her marriage, her sanity, even her very own life. Norma Jean Mortensen, that was her real name. Born in 1926, her childhood was already marked by instability. Her mother was institutionalized. Her father, he was pretty much a ghost. I don't even think she knew her father. She was passed through foster homes, sometimes abused and always neglected. Marilyn Monroe's story, her early childhood already began very tragic. Her father was barely there. She never knew her father. Her mother was sick. She was being passed around in foster homes. That is very tragic already. Now, just from the beginning, Norma Jean was searching for a home, a place to feel wanted. Hollywood found her instead, so she dyed her hair blonde, perfected the baby voice, and let go of Norma. Marilyn Monroe was born, but it was a persona and not a person. The studio systems did not just create stars, it owned them. Now, one thing about Hollywood in the 50s, 60s, 70s, I feel like it was the dark era of Hollywood because pretty much their stars never had voices. Especially the women in the industry, they were very controlled and a lot of women were being tossed around, and Marilyn Monroe was actually one of them, unfortunately. Marilyn's body became property. It was marketed the most, it was sold and exploited. Her roles were usually portrayed as an unintelligent blonde girl.
Well, thanks, I'd love it.
You would?
Sure, it'd be fun. Let me just go put something on. I'll go into the kitchen and get dressed.
The kitchen?
Yes, when it's hot like this, you know what I do? I keep my undies in the icebox.
Now, Marilyn Monroe always portrayed roles in movies that had to do with just being another attractive woman who was usually unintelligent. They were never serious and they were mostly never respected. Marilyn Monroe did try to get roles that were serious. She wanted to break out of that mold, but she was usually shut down and she was ridiculed and mostly ignored. Now, Marilyn Monroe's relationships never lasted and her marriages also never survived because of the weight of her fame. And the people that she actually met pretty much didn't love her that much or were after her fame. And if maybe someone loved her, then they had a problem with her fame. You know, it was vice versa. And on top of that, there were affairs that always followed as well. The rumors that she was actually dating the Kennedy brothers, both of them. She was always taking advances from directors and producers. But these are actually rumors. I'm not saying that it happened. These are rumors. Some say she was searching for love, others say she was being used, and again, the cycle just repeats. Hollywood, as I'm saying, in the 50s, 60s, 70s was actually pretty much dark. I don't know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Hollywood was very dark back then? And what's so different with Hollywood now? Now, I believe Marilyn Monroe wanted to be taken seriously. She would actually beg for dramatic roles, and when she was not given, she even went to the length of starting her own production company. Now, I feel like with that part, it was actually blocked by the gatekeepers in Hollywood. I feel like the company that she was signed under was making a lot of money from her, and I think they worked twice as hard for her company to not succeed because they were making money, a lot of money off of her. And one thing about Hollywood, whether in music or movies, if a company is making a lot of money from you and it's leeching off on you, it's not gonna want to let you go. Simple as that.
Um, if you happen to have blonde hair, naturally or not naturally, however, or if you're not out of shape in some way, you're absolutely dumb. I mean, you're considered dumb.
Marlon always studied acting relentlessly, but no one saw the woman, they only saw the fantasy. She was trying to break out of this character that she didn't like. And if you guys feel like maybe she liked the character, please let me know in the comments section what you guys think, if she really liked the character. But from sources, they actually say that she never really liked the character and she would always try to break out of it. And on top of that, she was on medications for anxiety and to sleep and to wake up. One thing about Hollywood back then, they even had doctors that would actually prescribe this medications to this woman, the actresses, to actually keep them working and working and working. They had crazy and hectic schedule. Now, the very system that helped her rise also made sure she could never slow down as well. Marilyn was lonely, deeply insecure, and constantly judged. The media mocked her intelligence. Studios blacklisted her when she pushed back, and as the cameras flashed, she silently drowned. Even her most iconic moments, like the white dress blowing above the subway grate, created a problem with her then husband, Diamagio, which led to a divorce. He hated that scene the most. The controversy behind the scene humiliated her as well. While the world cheered, Marlon cried deep inside. On August 5th, 1962, Marilyn Monroe passed away in her Los Angeles home. But even though the questions still never stopped coming, there were a lot of controversy and conspiracy theories surrounding her passing. Some people thought it was a political cover-up. Others thought Hollywood actually silenced her, or the Kennedys, since apparently she had an affair with both brothers, John F. Kennedy and Robert F. Kennedy. This woman was very scandalous. That's one thing I'm actually picking up from her. Even though her life was very tragic, but some of the things were very scandalous as well. I mean, who has an affair with both brothers in this situation? But whatever the truth was, is that one thing remains: she passed away alone. That's just it. That's just very tragic. She was alone at the end, and this is something that's very painful. This is something that's just very sad. This woman suffered from the moment she was a kid to the moment that, even though she was an adult, she still was suffering until her passing. The world did cry, but only for the fantasy that they lost. They didn't cry for Norma Jean, they cried for losing Marilyn Monroe. And there was no family by her side, no husband, just silence and the shadow of her very own stardom. Now, who was Marilyn? Was she a symbol of desire, a broken child in a woman's body, a victim of fame, or a voice that was never allowed to speak? Tell me what you guys think in the comments section. Do you guys think that maybe she enjoyed her image and she never really went through a lot? Please let me know in the comments section. In the end, she gave the world her body, her image, her smile, and in return, it took everything. Marilyn Monroe did not pass away because she was weak. She passed away because the fantasy was too strong and there was no room for Norma Jean to actually live. Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you have made it this far, please let me know in the comments section what you actually think about Marilyn Monroe's life. Do you think her life was very tragic? Do you think that she was really a victim, or she actually never complained much about her role. And in the end, may her soul rest in peace. She was such a wonderful persona. We can actually tell from her vibrant characters that she actually played in movies. If you're new to this channel, please do subscribe, like this video, do share. When you subscribe, please hit the notification bell. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys for making it this far. Bye y'all.